That moment when your deep V is almost as low as the score of the album you're about to review. What's up guys, John from ARTV. It's time to talk about the third studio album by the band Young Guns, a rock outfit. This one is titled Ones and Zeros. The amount of requests I got for me to cover this album was actually surprisingly high, so I figured I'd go ahead and share my thoughts on the UK band's third studio effort. Initial impressions with the record? This album is bland. So bland in parts that it actually hurts for me to listen to. I mean, I've heard singles from this band in the past, and I thought that maybe they weren't the best thing in the world, but at least they had some aggression and some enthusiasm surrounding them. But with this new material, I don't see that many redeeming factors whatsoever. In fact, a lot of it just feels lethargic. Ones and Zeros is a dissonant collection of dance rock leaning tunes that most of the time fall flat on their face. The lyrical content and even a fair amount of the vocal performances from Gustav Wood feel really lazy. From listening through this album, I can only assume that they sat down wanting to make this record, opened up a big old book of rock cliches, and then just wrote an entire album surrounding those themes. Speaking in tongues, Lullaby, Infinity, and shoot me in the fucking head, Gravity, another rock band writing a song called Gravity. I swear to God, the next time a rock band even includes a song called Gravity on the album, I'm probably just gonna skip right on over it. I mean, the last time I enjoyed a song called Gravity was probably in 2006, whenever John Mayer had one on his album Continuum. The majority of this album just seems like the band left it on cruise control, as if they were sitting in the back seat while the Killers and Bravery-esque grooves just kind of bled their way into every single track on this painstakingly long-feeling album that just kind of suffers through its 45-minute runtime. I don't normally read any reviews about an album that I'm going to cover, but curiosity got the best of me on this one because I was wondering, am I the only one that's not feeling positive towards this thing? Is everyone else loving it? Because I'm honestly not sure. So I checked out one review and they had given this album a perfect score. It's a site that I shall not name, but they were talking about how creative and how it was breaking ground, and I'm just sitting here thinking, are we listening to the same album, Ones and Zeros by Young Guns? If you like this album and you enjoy it, you like to throw it on, you think it's got some grooves on it, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's just a difference in opinions, but calling this thing groundbreaking is just absolutely false. That's where I have to draw the line, because there's absolutely nothing new about this record. It reminds me of bands from the mid-2000s, but whenever they were at their worst. What we're left with here on Ones and Zeros is a hollow void that could really be filled with anything else. I mean, go listen to some old Killers records, maybe some 80s leaning rock, maybe the new We Are Harlot album. I know I'm coming across really harsh here, but you guys know this is just my opinion. I mean, believe it or not, there were a few tracks that I actually thought were pretty good. Gun to my head, I'd probably list Daylight as my favorite track on this record because it seems earnest enough for me to actually get behind it and believe it, and plus the guitar solo on the track is actually pretty enjoyable. It came out of left field and surprised me, so that's always a good thing. The single I Want Out is pretty catchy as well, featuring one of the best hooks on this record. It came out last August. I think I heard it sometime in the fall. Never really thought too much about it, but did end up gravitating towards it later on, I guess whenever I started listening to the album. They managed to make this track pretty relatable to those who feel like they're in a trapped or else doomed relationship, and did so without making it feel like complete ludicrous. It's just the garbage like Die on Time that I just cannot get past. It's seemingly like a PSA to a wayward friend that is drinking and smoking too much, and he's telling him to go ahead and just do it because you're supposed to die at a certain time and you're pushing yourself to your death anyways. That's what I'm gathering from this track, at least. I mean, I am gagging, but it ain't the cigarettes doing it. Gravity has me sitting behind my computer thinking, what was the purpose of this song? What were they going for here? Because it sounds like a cluttered mess that just never gets sorted out. The 808s rolling through the entire song sound absolutely terrible here, with the lackluster vocal performance about an uninteresting topic really just sealing this song's fate. The production all throughout this record feels a bit uneven to me, which is kind of disappointing because I have enjoyed things that Steve Osborne has had his hands on in the past, like Thrice's Vihissue or even Star Sailor's Love Is Here, but not ones and zeros. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here because this album just doesn't do much of anything for me. I can respect that parts of it are well played, there's a few songs that I might come back to, but overall I'm just not having a good time listening to it. Ones and zeros is a 2 out of 5. If you've heard the latest offering from Young Guns, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. Keep in mind this was all just my opinion. Let me know about yours down there, and maybe hit the like button while you're at it and subscribe to the channel, because friends don't let friends go unsubscribe. If there's other albums you'd like to see me tackle, let me know about those in the comments as well. Maybe check out some of the links down below. You can click right here, or right here you can check out my vlog channel or the last review that I did. And as always, thanks for watching ARTV.